Hello, this is Sarah from the Mount Airy branch of the Carroll County Public Library. Thanks for joining me for Digital Collections Bootcamp. Today we are going to be focusing on one of our newer digital collections, Brainfuse JobNow. To find Brainfuse JobNow as part of our digital collections, you'll start on the CCPL homepage and then hover over the menu choice for collections. And under Digital Collections, click the link for online research databases. Once there, we're going to scroll down to the Jobs, Career, and Test Prep category. So that's right here. And then the first choice there will be Brainfuse JobNow. So we'll just go ahead and click that. Now, in order to enter JobNow, you are going to need to enter your library card number. So that's all the numbers on the back of your library card with no spaces, and your PIN number that you use to access your account online, or if you use the computers or self-checks in the branches, that's the PIN number you would use. It's the same thing. So I'll go ahead and log in with my card number, and then we'll get started. In the resume area of JobNow, you can access live help from a resume expert. You are able to get a list of online resources to help in creating your resume, including templates and some formatting ideas. You can get expert feedback within, I believe it's 24 hours from one of the resume experts. And you also have access to Optimal Resume, which is a really cool resume and job tool that we have access to through Brainfuse. So let's take a look. So you'll see here on the left, this is the main resume section, the resume area of the JobNow site. As I mentioned before, here's where you could go for live resume help. If I click this, it would start a new session with the resume expert. So if you have questions, that's one way to get live help. If you need to know when live help is available, there's a bar at the top. As you'll see, coaches are available every day from 2 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if there's any notes about some resource not being available, it'll always be here at the top. So as you'll see, this coming Monday is actually the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So the job coaches won't be available that day, but they'll be back on Tuesday. So take an eye, gander up here, make sure you know when you can access the help if you're interested in the live help. Additionally, there's some self-led parts of this resume area. There's resume templates. So let me click that and show you. So here's just a few types of standard varieties of resume templates. So if I click chronological resume template, it's going to open a file for me. And then here it'll show me a sample of how to set up a resume in this nature, and you'll see there's red text that kind of gives me guidelines. So it's a very helpful tool. I'm going to go hover over resume or click home again will take me to the rest of the resume area's resources. I'm going to click home so you can see. This resume resources area has, again, more information about the different templates for the type of resumes. It also includes information that is really beneficial to military veterans who are re-entering the civilian workforce. So there's some resume templates here for military veterans, some skills, information about interviewing, having your resume ready to be appropriate for an interview. So there's some great information here, some great resources to look at and dig into. I'm going to go ahead and click home one more time. And then Resume Lab is actually, this is sort of an asynchronous tool you can use. You can attach either a resume or a cover letter and upload it, and then within one business day you will get personalized feedback. So that's a pretty cool benefit if you don't want to do the live coaching for the resumes, but you want to be able to get some feedback on your resume. You can use this Resume Lab function. Hit home one more time. And then the last part of the resume area that's actually really cool and was something that I hadn't seen much of before is this Optimal Resume. I'm going to click a link. You see it opens in a new page, And the first time you go into Optimal Resume, you are going to have to set up a free account. But because, we are granted access to this through our Brainfuse subscription, you won't have a problem being able to do that. And then once you have your free account, you see you have access to, you can store different versions of a resume here, cover letters. You can take a practice interview. So this is a really cool tool also to get some ideas for your job search. And there are job search tutorials available. So if I click view, here are some different video tutorials that you can get. Top 10 tips for video interviews, how to ace a pre-screen interview. So there's a wealth of information here. It's really helpful. And the really cool thing is you can manage different copies of your resume if you're tailoring your resume to a specific job or type of job that you're looking for. So that is Optimal Resume. I'm going to go ahead and close that tab to go back to JobNow, just because it opens a new screen. So that's the resume area. There's a lot of great stuff in there, and I definitely would check out and delve deeper into some of those resources and template examples. The job interviews section of JobNow is intended to help you be as successful as you possibly can when you're doing interviews. There's live coaching, there's a whole host of interview tips, and there are interview preparation resources that you can access. Let's take a look. So you've sent out an awesome resume and you've gotten a call back and you're ready for an interview. Where do you go? Here's the job interviews area of JobNow is ready to help you out. You can do a mock interview, a live interview with an interviewing coach, and go through a mock interview. Those are really helpful to be able to get used to the types of questions that you could be asked. The other area of job interviews is there's some links to interview tips. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. And you'll see there's tips for before the interview. Here's, like, follow this link. Here's common questions and sample responses. So, there's some great things to think about in terms of preparing for an interview, especially if, you're changing careers or you're fresh out of school and you don't have too much experience interviewing either in, that type of workforce or in general even. Here's some information that'll help you out. I'm going to click home again. And then finally, there's a list of online resources to also help you prepare. There's 100 potential interview questions that are provided by monster.com, and Monster's been around for a long time, helping people connect people to jobs. So that is a helpful list of questions that you can keep in mind. It's good to think through some ideas so you don't get, stuck on the spot. There's also information here about how to dress, what's most appropriate, what to wear, those kind of things. So this whole area, I'm going to go back home really quick. This whole job interviews area is really designed to help you ace that interview. And like I said, definitely take advantage of the online mock interviewing, the capacity to be able to practice. The more you practice, the easier it'll become. So good luck. The career area of JobNow has a lot of different offerings. You can get live coaching. There's unemployment assistance. You can get live help with how to complete unemployment applications. You can also get help with beginning a job search. Also, there is access to two other tools if you've watched the session on Help Now that you might have already heard of, Skill Surfer and eParachute. And these are skill builders. Some Skill Surfer is like a learning a tool, and eParachute will help you try to pick and find the career that's best for you based on what you like to do and personality. So let's check it out. Similar to the resume and job interviews areas of JobNow, there's also a career area that enables you to connect with a live expert. So if you're interested, you can connect with a live job coach. If I were to click here, it would assign me a tutor, assign me a coach, as long as it was within their normal hours of coaching. So as you'll see at the top, job coaches are available every day from 2 to 11. And again, like I'd mentioned before, any exceptions are up here at the top. So that's how you can get some expert assistance with any questions you might have as you're beginning a job search, or if you're thinking about changing or looking for a career. Additionally, if you need help with completing unemployment benefits forms, if you click unemployment assistance, you can get live help on that as well. Make sure to click tutoring schedule here because the time is a little bit different than the overall job coach's time. You can get live unemployment help from 3 to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So just make sure you take note of that if you are interested in the live help. However, if you aren't interested in the live help, you just like to look at some resources, you can click the link here for online resources, and you'll be directed to the unemployment benefits assistance resources available in Brainfuse's Skill Surfer. And we'll talk a little bit about Skill Surfer in just another minute. So I'm going to click the back button just to go back into JobNow, and I'll click home to get back there. Additionally, career assessments is a great place to start. If I click that, just to get some ideas, sort of some self-assessment tools to help you get a feel for how you like to work, what kind of careers might be good for you, some aptitudes you might have. So there's some great links there in career assessment. Again, going back home, job resources. So we'll click there, and there are both national and local job resources. So thinking about what might be available to us here in Carroll County, I'll click local resources for job seekers, and you'll see here are some websites that they suggest for local job seekers in our area. Indeed, Simply Hired, Glassdoor, Career Builder, Government Jobs. So those are just some ideas of local job sites that would be of use here in our region in Carroll County. So go ahead and click home one more time. Just like to start at this main page. The next couple links we have here, if you've watched the Brainfuse Help Now video, they will be familiar. It's Brainfuse's Skill Surfer as well as eParachute. So we'll take a look at Skill Surfer really quickly. I'll go ahead and click there. Basically, Skill Surfer is a great way for you to augment some skills if there's some things you want to sort of practice or get some more information on. Skill Surfer is the place to come. There's videos, there's different information, there's sample tests in some instances, so it's a great resource. Particularly, there's a whole, as you'll see if I scroll down a little bit, career prep and job resources area. By clicking the plus sign here to expand it, you'll see there's all kinds of information about different job careers and what kind of certification you need. So for instance, if I click dental assistance here, it's going to link me to a whole host of information about preparing to be a dental assistant, and as well as here's some practice tests that I can take too. So that's a great resource. I'm going to go click back here to career prep and job resources, and you'll see there's all kinds of different careers that I can get information on. Also down here, there's resources and resume and interview information as well, how to write letters, and some essential computer skills that might be required of jobs nowadays that we've become so digital in our world. So that's how you can use Skill Surfer here. And if you also use Brainfuse Help Now, you can get to that same information under that umbrella of Brainfuse. Let me go ahead and go back to the home page of JobNow. And then the last section here is eParachute. This is a really cool tool. I actually really enjoyed using it. I'm going to click eParachute really quick, and it'll bring up a new tool for us. And basically, you can walk through and specify what kind of work you like, types of people you like to work with, skills that you like, what areas interest you. And it'll give you some ideas of careers, paths, or additionally college majors if you're taking a look at what you're going to do post high school, post military service, or you're looking to get into college at whatever point. Um, it's a great resource to kind of give you an idea. So we won't step through the whole thing, but for instance, here it's work, and the first prompt is what kinds of work interest you? So I'm going to click Get Started, and once it loads there, I'll be able to say what kind of things I like. I'm interested in being a librarian or whatnot. If I click Move On, I can click what type of people I like to work with. I'll click Get Started. So, you know, who do I identify with the most? Do I feel like I'm realistic? Do I feel like I'm investigative? Do I feel like I'm social? So I think you have to pick up to 3 for this. Um, and then I'm just going to pick 3 just basic ones here. So this shows what kind of people you are, might work best with. If you ever heard of the Holland Code, I know when I was in high school, way back when, they used to talk to us about that when talking about, post careers or what kind of things to look for. I'm going to click Submit, and then you'll click on some different fields that interest you: engineering, building, maybe psychology, whatnot. So you lead through those steps, and it's a great way to get sort of some insight and perhaps some new ideas about careers that might interest you. So I'm going to use the home button up here to go back to Brainfuse's JobNow home, and we've wrapped up that career area. So there's a lot of great content in there, and definitely check it out. And finally, when you're ready to get out there, you can actually search jobs and get results from Indeed right there from the main page of JobNow. Let me show you how. As you can see, the search bar for searching jobs is just right up here at the top. There are these 2 small fields. You can search either by the job title, some keywords, or a company name, so like a type of job, or you can also search by a location. So since I work at the Mount Airy branch, I'd like to see what's available for jobs, who's hiring in Mount Airy. So I had done this before, but I'll enter 21771, which is Mount Airy zip code, and go ahead and click search. And then as you'll see, it opens a new page in Indeed. So here I could enter my email address if I wanted to get email alerts about jobs. It's important just to know that once you've entered Indeed, you're totally out of the Brainfuse system. You're no longer associated with it. So if you need help or if you have questions, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom here. The best thing to do is there's a help center here for Indeed. But yeah, once you open Indeed, you're no longer in the library's Brainfuse system. You are in the Indeed jobs website. So that's using the search tool. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you've found something to help you jumpstart or energize your job search on Brainfuse's Job Now. Remember, we do have a couple of other resources from Brainfuse. We've got Brainfuse Help Now as well as Brainfuse Vet Now. So definitely check out everything we've got and take a look. Thanks.